Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Salam, hello, and welcome to Afghan Cooks. I'm Miriam, and I'm the Afghan who cooks. Today, my friends, I am making, let's call it instant osh. It's vegetarian. It is really fast and really delicious, and it contains all of the osh flavors that you know and love. Let's make it. The first thing you want to do, because this recipe is very quick, you want to make sure that you put your water on to boil and that you get your pasta started. I am using bucatini here. This is a Greek style. You can use osh, noodles, spaghetti, angel hair. Don't make me go through the entire list of all the different kinds of spaghetti. We're going to use half of this. While your pasta cooks, you want to turn the heat onto your pan, because that's how you cook things, is with heat. Sometimes with vinegar and acid, but we won't talk about that now. Okay, not right now. About a tablespoon of oil, and we're going to add some cumin and coriander. These were seeds. I just roughly chopped them, ground them up in my mortar and pestle. It's about a tablespoon of that in here. Stir that up. Just give it about 30 seconds, not more than that, okay? Just a tiny little bit of time to toast up. Not too much though, because you do not want them to burn. Okay, here we have 1/3 of a cup of tomato paste. And why do we use tomato paste and not tomato sauce? Well, number one, we use the tomato paste that comes from a jar, so it doesn't have any tinny taste, okay? No taste of aluminum or tin or any sort of can. That's number one. Number two, it's a concentrate, so it has the most pure tomato flavor, and you can manipulate it any way you want. And finally, I find that when you use tomato paste and you cook it, you don't have to cook it for nearly as long as other tomato products to get that same rich, all-day cooked taste, okay? You just want to give this a few stirs. Wait till that bright red color goes deep, deep red. You can see that color change. See, here I have some dried onion and garlic powder. You can add onion powder too. Look, if you're feeling ambitious, cut up an onion, get some fresh garlic. It doesn't matter. This is just a very quick, easy tomato sauce where you don't have to actually do any hard work. And by hard work, I mean chopping things. Now that that's all stirred together, we're going to add water. Now, in the original recipe on the website, it's 2 cups of water. It's a very dry sauce. It's a very Italian style sauce. This is 3 cups. So we're going to make this a little bit saucier this time, okay? We're going to add just a little bit at a time. I'm going to switch to my whisk. And you want to let that simmer, okay? So this has been on a pretty hard simmer for about 10 minutes. You can see it's thicker, it's more concentrated. We need to add our salt. So we're going to add a good teaspoon of salt. Add some of black pepper. And then the final thing that we add in this tomato sauce is some vinegar. This is white vinegar. It's not white distilled vinegar, not the stuff you clean with. It's called white Modena vinegar. I think it's like a white balsamic vinegar. And that's about 2 teaspoons. I'm going to turn this heat off, okay? And I'm going to add a little bit of this tomato sauce to my yogurt, because we don't want to add the very, very cold yogurt to the tomato sauce. So we bring this so it comes up to room temperature. You know, a lot of times when you bake or you do other things, they say to have everything at room temperature. And that's because at room temperature, everything just comes together much nicer. your eggs don't curdle, things don't split or break, okay? So now we've added the hot sauce to the yogurt. Now we're gonna add the yogurt into the hot sauce. Now before we do anything else, we want to taste this and make sure that there's enough salt. Perfect. We take our cooked pasta. What I would do here is I would add a can of chickpeas if you have chickpeas. Okay? I don't have ready-made chickpeas. I had dried and I did not. You would add the can of chickpeas to it and then you would have complete ash. First add the pasta, then grab a ladle. Okay, now you're gonna ask yourself, Mariam Jan, what is that you have out there? What are you gonna do with that? Well, this is Qurut, my friends. This is the dried whey. So when you make yogurt and then you let it strain for longer and then you let it strain for longer, eventually you have like Greek yogurt, then you have lebne, and if you let all that dry out, you have this. The best way to think about this is not like yogurt, okay? If you think about it like yogurt, your brain doesn't comprehend it. The best way to think about this is like cheese, like Reggiano, like a blue cheese, like a very strong, delicious, salty cheese. And what I'm gonna do is grate it. And into this, we're gonna add some chopped chives. These are called Chinese chives. We use them in Bologne. And this is just going to complete that delicious Afghan flavor. If you like this video, while you're here, you might as well subscribe, give it a thumbs up, hit the bell icon so that you will be notified every time we have a new video. And what I would really love for you to do is leave me a comment. How do you make ash? What are your fondest memories of ash? What flavors do you like? What does your family do differently? I love hearing from you. I also love it when you make these recipes and show me how they turned out. So until next time.